Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at our list of 10 secret shortcuts in Mario Kart. For this list, we're looking at shortcuts that are built into the courses, so don't expect anything that requires you to exploit bugs or glitches. What do you think is the coolest shortcut in Mario Kart? Let us know down in the comments. Before we begin, we publish new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Mushroom City. The Mushroom City course has one particular portion that sees you going somewhat deep into this convolutedly constructed metropolis, where roads branch out to different corners. However, eagle-eyed drivers may notice a pink alleyway that penetrates the center of the area, at least the first half of the area. Drive through this, and not only will you shave off a good amount of time, you will also nab a double item box, so you'll emerge with more firepower to gain the lead or impede those behind you. WARIO'S Gold Mine. In addition to having a fun song to race to, WARIO'S Gold Mine has a thrilling segment where you race on the minecart tracks as the carts are traveling to and from the mine. But did you ever think to follow where the carts are going? If so, you found a nifty tunnel filled with boost pads and a good item box or two. It may not be as big of a difference as going down the main path, but it is certainly more exciting than going through that tiny dip. Mushroom Bridge. Mushroom Bridge has two shortcuts for players to take advantage of. No, we're not talking about the launch pipe, that only adds time. The first one will require the use of a super mushroom or a superstar, as the sand will slow you down, but it is so worth using if you think you can land a good ambush. The big one though is the famed mushroom bridge itself. If you can manage to maintain a steady hand, you can drive on the bridge's frame and utilize some boost pads to stealthily widen the gap between you and your rivals. Rainbow Road. Here's another high-risk, high-reward shortcut for those of you playing Super Circuit on Switch Online. This game's Rainbow Road features a narrow path that is loaded with boost pads, making you fast enough to travel long distances. If you can make it all the way to the end of this path without screwing up the boost, you'll be able to jump across a significant portion of the track. As we said before, it is very much high-risk, high-reward, but the satisfaction of pulling it off is too great to not try for yourself. Coconut Mall. Like we mentioned at the start of the video, we're not talking about exploits, cheats, glitches, and the like for this list. Only legitimate shortcuts that the games can actually recognize. Besides, the shortcut for Coconut Mall is still pretty neat. On the second floor by the first set of escalators, one store has its doors left open for racers to blast through and cut out a meaty corner of the main road. And if you have a couple of mushrooms or extra time on your superstar, you can take a hard right at the exit to further blast past the fountain and escalators. Peach Beach. A big pain in the butt about Peach Beach is just how many cataquacks populate the beach itself. It can make races a bit harrowing sometimes, but the shortcut in the first half lets you not even have to deal with them. Close to the dock, there is a boost ramp that sits in front of the island across from the first beach. Going onto this will send you flying to the small sort of island that houses an item box or two. Not only did you avoid a minor headache, but you also gained some additional defense to get a strong hold on first place. Koopa Troopa Beach. This is arguably the most famous shortcut on our list, and to this day, Koopa Troopa Beach is one of our favorite courses. Now you could just use the massive land that gets covered by the water, or the massive ramp at the end that sends you over a large rock. But the real shortcut requires a mushroom or star to access. After the set of big ramps midway into the track, you'll see a smaller ramp that leads into a cave. Landing this is a bit trickier than it seems though, so don't be discouraged if you screw it up a few times. YOSHI Circuit. YOSHI Circuit has a couple of unique shortcuts for you to utilize, but as with some of our other entries, you better have some way to boost to access them, something bigger than a drift boost. The first one is the waterfall that lies just ahead of the starting line. Boost through it to cut out an entire turn. The second one, and the biggest one, can only be used by boosting directly off the course after the tunnel. Yes, there is an underground tunnel here, and it takes you all the way to the tail end, no pun intended, of the track. Hyrule Circuit. While this shortcut may not provide a significant buffer between you and those trailing behind, it is still a solid boost that requires some effort. As you enter Hyrule Castle, you'll notice 3 small crystals that will give you a small boost when you race through them. If all 3 are hit in close proximity to each other, a hidden ramp will appear that can launch you straight into the Master Sword for a hefty boost. Again, it may not seem like much, but it definitely goes a long way, especially if your rivals are too slow to get to the sword before the ramp disappears. Rainbow Road. We know that we said no exploits, but this is not exactly an exploit. This is very much a method that requires some genuine skill to pull off, and not some absurd manipulation of the game's code. The plunge at the start of Rainbow Road seems like a real inconvenience at first, but it is possible to use this as a means to start your next lap halfway across the track. You just need to make a hard left turn and a well-timed jump. Honestly, we'd consider this the biggest challenge in the game over the actual races. Did you enjoy this video? Check out some of our other Mario Kart content here on MojoPlays, and don't forget to subscribe for more great videos every day.
Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.